Hello everyone. In the last video I had discussed about the series RLC circuit. There is an introduction video. So in this video let us solve the equation for the current, that is the response of the RLC circuit under source free condition. Okay. So this is the equation we got, characteristic equation we got in the last video. So let us find out the roots of this characteristic equation, and from that let us derive the some conclusions. So roots of this equation, I'm using this quadratic equation, so that is minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. I hope you know about this formula. So here in place of b we have the r by l, so this is minus r by l plus or minus root over minus r by l whole square, so plus r by l whole square minus 4ac. A value is a 1 and c is 1 by lc whole square by 2. So from this s is equal to minus r by 2l plus or minus root over r by 2l r by l whole square minus 4 by lc whole square divided by, so you can take 2 here, divided by 2. So this is our equation. So let us compare with the standard equation, that is a s square plus 2 zeta omega n plus omega n square is equal to 0. This is our standard equation. So let us try to find out the roots of this equation. So minus b means this is 2 zeta plus or minus root over b square means 2 zeta whole square minus 4. A means 1, c means omega n square. Okay, so divided by 2a. 2a means 1. So from this we got here omega n also is there, here also omega n there. So we got minus zeta omega n plus or minus, so root over 4 zeta omega n square minus 4 omega n square, so half. So from this minus zeta omega n plus or minus, from this equation I am taking 4 zeta square as a common, so that is out from the root, so that will becomes 2 omega n 2 omega n divided by 2 into root over, this is zeta square, this is zeta square minus 1, correct. So from this I am taking minus zeta omega n, these two will cancel, plus or minus omega n into root over zeta square minus 1. Okay, so these are the two roots of the equation. There is a minus zeta omega n plus or minus omega n into root over zeta square minus 1. So based on the zeta value we form the three cases. So let us discuss the first case, that is a case 1 is zeta less than 1. So in that case zeta square is also less than 1. So these roots will be like, if you substitute negative here, so it won't possible, that's why imaginary roots will come. So that is s is equal to minus zeta omega n plus or minus omega n root over, so this will be negative, so I am taking negative, so then means 1 minus zeta square. Okay, why? Because zeta is less than 1, that's why you are getting the negative value here. So this is equal to minus zeta omega n plus or minus, I am taking, like I am writing minus 1 as I square, so this will becomes j omega n, take it as a j omega n root over 1 minus zeta square. So if you observe we got the two roots, so let's take this one as some alpha plus or minus, this one has some omega t, I'm taking it as a omega d. Okay, so these two new terms I will explain. Alpha is the damping factor, okay, or you can call this is a real part of this complex roots. And here omega d is the damping frequency. Okay, this is the this is also a natural frequency, but this is a natural damping frequency. Okay, at which frequency the oscillations are damped out. As you remember, I already discussed about this in case of underdamped system, at which frequency it is damped out, that is called the damping frequency. And this alpha is minus alpha is zeta omega n, so this is called the damping factor. And damping here zeta is the damping ratio. There is a difference between these two, damping ratio and damping factor. So damping ratio you can also write as a damping factor divided by omega n. Omega n is a natural frequency and omega d is the damping frequency. Okay, so you can see these two roots are minus alpha plus or minus j omega, alpha plus or minus j omega d. So these two roots are complex conjugate roots. Okay, complex conjugate roots. So as these two roots are complex conjugate roots, so what is the solution of this equation? So that is I of t is equal to a1 e power of s1t, no, not this, for the complex conjugate case e power of minus alpha t, this is the real part, a1 cos omega dt plus a2 sin omega dt. Okay, so this is alpha means damping factor and omega d is the damping frequency. So alpha for this case is, if you see, we compare this, alpha is like nothing but zeta into omega n. So zeta into omega n, already we know what is the zeta value. So zeta value is nothing but r by 2l into omega n. This is the zeta value. So into omega n, if you multiply, these two will cancel, it comes to be r by 2l. So this is the damping factor, that is r by 2l for the series RLC circuit, and the damping ratio zeta is r by 2 into root over c by l. This is already derived in the last lecture. Okay, and the most important equation is this current equation. Okay, this is very important for the underdamped system. Okay, now let us see for case 2, that is critically damped system. Critically damped system. That is zeta is equal to 1. Okay, so we got the roots, that is s is equal to minus zeta omega n plus or minus root over, yeah, what you got, omega, yeah, here omega n, it is zeta square minus. In this equation, if you substitute zeta equal to 1, then you will get s is equal to minus omega n plus or minus, so this is 0. That means we will get two equal roots, that two both are real, two real and equal roots. Okay, so this is important here. So as you know, if the roots are real and equal, then the solution is I of t is equal to, simple, this is the mathematics only, a1 plus a2t into e power of st. Okay, here s, in place of s we have the minus omega n, so you can also substitute here a1 plus a2t. In general, this is like writing as a minus alpha, so e power of minus alpha t. So this is the solution for the current or the response in case of critically damped system. Okay, next we'll take the case 3, that is zeta greater than 1, it is overdamped system. Same thing will repeat for the parallel also. We will discuss about these things later again. So this is the overdamped system. That means zeta greater than 1. So what is the S value? S is equal to minus zeta omega n plus or minus root over, so here omega n, zeta square minus 1. So as the zeta is greater than 1, here we will get the positive only. So 2 will get the 2 real and unequal roots, okay, in case of overdamped system. So the solution will be I of t is equal to a1 e power of s1t plus a2 e power of s2t. Okay, so this is the equation for overdamped system. So we got all the equations, and let's see conclusion for the source free RLC circuit. What we got? So we got the 3 conditions. First thing is the formulas I am writing here. Characteristic equation, that is s square plus r by l into s plus 1 by lc is equal to 0. And the second, damping factor nothing but alpha is equal to r by 2l. And third one is damping ratio. So damping ratio, how much you got? That is called as a zeta is equal to r by 2 into root over c by l. And fourth one, so for the different conditions, so for underdamped system, so zeta is less than 1, that is underdamped system. If zeta is equal to 1, that is critically damped system. And zeta is greater than 1, that is overdamped system. Okay, I already explained what is these underdamping and overdamping. Okay, so for this the response will be I of t is equal to, for the underdamped system we will get the complex roots. So that's why this is the e power of minus alpha t a1 cos omega dt plus a2 sin omega dt. Okay, so again for the critically damped system you get the 2 equal roots, so that's why response will be a1 plus a2t e power of minus alpha t, or s1t you can write. And for the overdamped system, I of t is equal to a1 e power of s1t plus a2 e power of s2t. Okay, and roots, let us write the roots as well. So for this, roots will be s is equal to minus alpha plus or minus j omega d. So this is also written, so you can write like this, zeta omega n plus or minus omega n into root over 1 minus zeta square. Okay, here you can see this 1 minus omega n into root over 1 minus zeta square, so this is our omega d. And for this, that is the critically damped system, zeta is equal to simply minus alpha, so that will be equal to is equal to minus omega n only. And for this, there is the overdamped system, s is equal to minus alpha that is directly you can write zeta omega n plus or minus omega n into root over zeta square minus 1. Why? Because here zeta greater than 1. That's it. And the thing is how to find out these constants. We have the a1, a2 in every equation. So how to find out these constants? So these constants can be found out by using the initial conditions of current, that is I of 0 plus and di of 0 plus by dt. Okay, so let us take one condition, like one equation. So let us take for overdamped system. So what is the equation for the overdamped system? Current equation, that is I of t is equal to a1 e power of s1t plus a2 e power of s2t. Okay, so now find out the I of 0 plus. So that is equal to a1 e power of 0 plus a2 e power of 0. As e power of 0 is 1, so we will get I of 0 plus is equal to a1 plus a2 only. Likewise, so differentiate this equation, that is equal to di of t by dt is equal to a1 s1 e power of s1t plus a2 s2 e power of s2t. Okay, so now substitute the I of 0 plus, that means in place of t substitute 0, then you will get a1 s1 plus a2 s2. So if you know these two values, initial conditions of the current, then you can able to get the a1 and a2 value. So in the next video I will solve one question from this RLC circuit and we will include these initial conditions as well. Then we will get the clear idea about this topic. Thanks for watching this video.